Hello.
Sup?
Welcome to the Book Coven.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. That there is Lillian.
That there's Chelsea.
And we read books and talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Simple. Pretty
simple.
simple.
Pretty simple. Simple idea. Come join us. Mm-hmm. And hopefully today you've read Chelsea Handler's new book, Life Will Be the Death of Me.
Yeah, should have. Had plenty of time.
Because we read it. So, I mean, spoiler alerts ahead.
Yeah.
You know, all that fun stuff. But let's go through a hot synopsis. Cue hot synopsis song that we don't have yet. In a haze of vape smoke on a rare windy night in LA in the fall of 2016, Chelsea Handler daydreams about what life will be like with a woman in the White House. And then Donald Trump happens. In a torpor of despair, she decides that she's had enough of the privileged bubble she's lived in, a bubble within a bubble, and that it's time to make some changes, both in her personal life and in the world at large. At home, she embarks on a year of self-sufficiency, learning how to work the remote, how to pick up dog shit, where to find the toaster. She meets her match in an earnest, brainy psychiatrist and enters into therapy, prepared to do the heavy lifting required to look within and make sense of a childhood marked by love and loss, and to figure out why people are afraid of her. She becomes politically active, finding her voice as an advocate for change, having difficult conversations, and energizing her base. In the process, she develops a healthy fixation on special counsel Robert Mueller, and through unflinching self-reflection and psychological excavation, unearths some glittering truths that light up the road ahead. Thrillingly honest, insightful, and deeply, darkly funny, Chelsea Handler's memoir keeps readers laughing, even as it inspires us to look within and ask ourselves what really matters in our own lives.
Boy, did she look within.
Boy, howdy. So it was
deep.
Celebrity Memoirs this month of July. Because it's fun. It's different. And we're getting in there.
It's summer. It's celebrities.
Yeah, celebrities.
It's luxurious.
Yeah.
It's fancy. It's warm.
Is it warm?
It's 40 degrees.
Oh, yes, exactly.
It's 40 degrees outside. Fuck.
I ain't complaining. I mean, the sweat. I mean, good luck to me tomorrow being at an outdoor wedding.
Good luck to the bride in her dress.
Oh, fuck, I know. I'm not wearing pants. Oh, I was going to wear a skirt. Oh, that might die. It's my witchy skirt. It looks really dope, but it's also velvet.
Ooh, yeah, no.
That's ass sweat.
That's a hot no,
That's
yeah.
ass sweat.
That's a warm, that's damp.
That's damp.
That's a stand over the vent and air out kind of a dress.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, maybe I won't wear that.
Just don't wear anything. Just free
Oh,
fall.
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
wedding. Love.
Hippie wedding.
Yeah.
Sure.
Love is all.
Anyway, so for today's book, we made some delightful treats. She's got the orange in the book often, and it's on the cover, and she talks about how that is what kind of broke her and opened her up into, actually talking about her brother's death and stuff. So I incorporated an orange into the treat. I made hazelnut orange protein balls.
Yeah.
I also used no carbs because, hello, Chelsea Handler don't eat carbs.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Are you sure? I swear I've seen her eat carbs.
She does, but she'll like call it a high carb day. Like she tries not to eat carbs, and even in the book, she like says, I've just heard her so many times say like, no, I don't eat carbs.
I'm just so used to like on her show and stuff when she eats those luxurious dinners.
Yeah.
It seems so
carb heavy.
Yeah. But I guess
for sure.
She probably hires some like pro chefs.
Oh, for sure.
Girl,
Fuck yeah.
I wish I could eat no carbs.
Fuck that.
Not gonna happen.
I am a carb city.
But we went no carbs for you.
For you. I don't know. I like the protein balls. They're good.
I like protein
Pea
balls.
protein,
Yeah, I love balls.
flax seeds to prevent that breast cancer. Good to go. Oh, and we made Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler's drink of choice.
Never had
Cheers.
one.
Never
Let's
tried
go.
one. Okay.
It's good. It's sweet.
It has a flavor.
It's very sweet.
It's weird.
Really sweet. Didn't think it would be so sweet.
I mean, it's half Prosecco, which is quite sweet. Half Prosecco, half Aperol, and then a splishy splash.
That's good to sip. That's refreshing.
Water.
I don't mind it. It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot of flavor going on. It's got a little orange garnish and shake it up. I can see why it's her drink choice because she likes vodka so much. So like the bitter kind of drinks, it's got that like kick in it from the Aperol.
I could sip it. Yeah, it's really soothing to me. I mean, I'm not going to chug this because Jesus Christ, that's a sweet drink.
But we do suggest you make yourself an Aperol Spritz and pause this and then come back.
Yeah.
Join us.
Or leave it on.
Or just leave it on while you make your Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think of the book?
Loved it. She's never written a book I didn't like.
Nice.
I love Chelsea Handler.
I haven't read her other books, but I do love Chelsea Handler, and I did love this book.
Yes. This one.
Enjoyed every moment.
It's a lot deeper than her other books. She shares a lot more. Not that the other books were just like all jokes and no seriousness, but like this one, she really talks about her brother and her dad, and like it's still funny, but like fuck.
Yeah.
She went. She went for it. She
went there. I like the way she writes, and I like how well articulated she is.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Like she doesn't. She just sounds smart. Like she's a good writer, and I like that. But she also like writes how she speaks a lot too. So like I can picture her hand gestures and shit.
I would love to listen to the audiobook.
Yes, because she did the audio. Who did someone help her with the audiobook? No, it was just her. I'm thinking of a different book. Yeah, it was just her. That's pretty cool though. I like when the authors do their own audiobook. I mean, if not them, get Gilbert Godfrey or something.
It's not going to be the same with anyone else with Chelsea Handler.
No,
There's
fuck no.
A particular way she like delivers these jokes.
And I read it in her voice the whole time. So because I've watched all her like Netflix specials and stuff, and the fucking drugs episode was so
amazing.
Funny. And she talks about it in the book, which was dope. The ayahuasca experience has its own whole chapter.
The drugs and racism were the best two of those four.
Yeah. I wanted to, at first it like made me want to try ayahuasca because it's like this whole spiritual thing. But like everyone, well, in the book she said if you're already like a deep thinker and someone who's kind of depressed,
if you have
it'll fuck you over. Yeah. And that right away, I'm like, no.
You can have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So it would take me down a dark path.
For sure.
I love the drug. It's cool what happened to her, what she experienced.
Yeah, good for her. It opened her up and whatever.
Her. I wish I could have that experience with it. I would just be shitting in a corner thinking that everyone's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Or I'm about to die. And
that's true.
It would probably just
be
give me permanent horrible thoughts.
And diarrhea.
Yeah.
Just shitting in a bucket. Oh, boy. I like how this book is, though, because basically the book is like fueled by her midlife crisis from Hillary Clinton losing the election to Donald Trump, because she like describes how she's on her bed and she's like, how cool is it that we're going to have a woman president tomorrow? She didn't even like think it was an option for Trump to win.
I don't think anyone was thinking like he's going to win.
I don't know, man. I heard some people who were like, they were saying why he was going to win. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right. Because people are like, oh, I'm sick of the typical politician.
So don't get that fucking doofus.
I know.
A woman who has a history in politics. Yeah. And then Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Someone out, I didn't read this article, but someone at work was saying that she read an article, it just came out, where he was talking about how in the Revolutionary War, the military had like a strong air presence and stuff, but it was the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
It's like the 1700s.
There's no air presence. They've got muskets.
Yeah, he was talking about it like it was fucking war today.
Yeah, like it was the one in like World War II in the 40s.
Yeah, everyone was laughing at it at work.
Oh,
Donald,
good.
Please. Excellent. I think he was referring to when we traveled back in time.
Oh,
and
yes.
brought our planes to fight in the Revolutionary War.
Is he a Scientologist?
Probably. It wouldn't shock me.
I'm at the Celebrity Center.
Oh, boy. I was a little nervous at first because I thought it was going to be super political because I'm kind of sick of that. I know it's important.
Yeah. No, I know. But she got so hard into it. The first couple pages are pretty political because she's talking about like how Trump winning has basically spiraled her into this whole bubble of like, she realized she was living in an elitist bubble.
Yeah.
Because she realized her white privilege and she like this just fucking kick-started her entire journey towards
but even the political stuff, which I hate, she wrote it in such
it was funny
way.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Like I in white privilege? Me?
Me? Yeah.
I like it. It started with
She was startled.
the first sentence was like, as my TV descended from the ceiling.
And it wasn't even like her that turned it on. It's like Brandon who remote controls it from his own house.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her.
I know.
Her dealing with her
so
technology
funny.
troubles.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
other books, holy fuck. She is really like a toddler.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like that she's like, fuck it, I need self-sufficiency.
Yes.
That just makes so much sense. Like, yes, you do. I mean, like,
should.
what you're calling
Turn your
someone
TV
else to
on.
find a toaster for you? Like, her hunt for the toaster was brilliant. Like, how do you not know where your toaster is?
Oh, her
It's your house. I love her house. It's beautiful.
I dream of just having one of her dinners in her
I know,
backyard.
I know.
With, like Big Mama.
But like
running
the
around.
weed dinner, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like Bert and Bernice are just like scowling in a corner.
Yep.
Oh, her backyard is so beautiful.
I know.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's beautiful.
I feel this feels like we're stalkers, but
Oh, it does. But she's had her like her life just out there. Like
yeah, her house is all over.
She always
Instagram.
has dinner parties that she films and stuff, which
People
why
are
the fuck not?
in and out of her house.
Exactly.
She lives with the lesbian that she refers to. Her cleaning lady. Is it
Yep.
one or two? There's Big Mama, and then is there another one?
I think so. And then she's got like the gardeners and stuff, and
There's so many people in her house.
like one of them offered to bring her a coffee, and she's just like, "What?" Like he wasn't the normal person who makes coffee, but she's just like, "This is how low I've sunk."
You're the groundsman. Get out of here.
But yeah, that was brilliant. And I like how she was talking about reading books and how they inspire her, and that like there's always one. I think her dad told her there's always one line in a book that like sums up the whole book. Mm-hmm. What was the line that she? What does life expect from us? That was a good line.
Yeah.
I like that.
Seymour hitting us with those truths.
Look at him. Look at him go.
Yeah, it was. It's basically just one long therapy session with
Yeah,
Missy
she's
Hadley.
sitting in with her therapist Dan for like the whole thing, and she's reiterating what both of them are saying, and it's hilarious because her reactions to him, and she's finally opening up, which is great.
Yeah.
And she opened up with him saying that like she struggles with spirituality unless she's on mushrooms. Like what? That's funny.
Well, I mean, everything stems like from her brother.
Yeah, exactly.
They were really close, and he died when she was 9.
Yeah,
And then she felt
he was 20, right?
Yeah, and then she felt like abandoned by him dying.
And her parents.
Yeah, and her
'cause
dad.
they withdrew.
Yeah,
When he
especially her dad. Her and her
Yeah.
dad hated each other for years. They were always fighting, screaming at each other. And then when she moved away and she came back, they had a better bond.
Yeah, they rebuilt their relationship because it's obviously hard on everyone. Like his son just died, her older brother
that was
just
so-
died.
that whole chapter was
But,
so
like,
sad.
You got to take care of your other kids. That was that's how I felt about Pet Sematary too. He was just like way too focused on his dead daughter when he has a living son who needs him right now. Like
Yeah.
you got to remember you are a parent.
We
Unfortunately,
didn't know.
therapy.
Well, back then, people weren't just freely. I like
know.
now.
Everyone talks about therapy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's becoming less taboo. It's still people are still like, oh, therapy.
Well, I'd love if it was fucking covered by OHIP.
Yes, I'm like as someone who like I want to go to therapy. I'm trying to find a therapist I can
Samesies.
afford. Cheapest one is $150 an hour.
Fuck me.
So I like that she's talking about therapy and her struggles and normalizing it because we're all fucked up. Everyone should be in therapy.
Well, she should have been in therapy right when her brother died.
Yeah,
That would have.
when she was a kid.
Then she wouldn't have.
So many of
gotten
us
so
should.
fucked up.
Both of us should have been
Oh,
in therapy.
absolutely. For years.
That would have been
That would have
fucking-
helped.
Yep. But no, it's fine. I
think-
can't believe they charge $150
150.
for something so serious that
know.
everyone needs.
I think I went to a child psychologist when my parents first got divorced, but I was like, so it was only one session. I think they were trying to figure out if I was fucked up or not. I don't know.
Hey, are you okay? Boo?
Yeah, but I like didn't talk, and I lied a lot when I was little about my feelings.
Same.
Like I always did. It was like, "Are you okay?" I'd just be like, "Yes," because I want them to leave
Obviously.
me alone.
Oh,
so
it's a
I was
huge
just sitting in
lie.
therapy, not looking at her, and she'd ask me questions, and I'm like, "Fine, okay."
Yeah, that's another, like, therapists, they take time. Like,
They take time,
she had a bunch of
exactly.
therapists. She didn't really connect with any
Until
of them.
Dan, yeah.
Dan got it through to her. Dan and his orange.
Yeah.
Go, Dan.
But how many did she try, right?
Yeah, so
It takes
especially when you're a
time.
kid, if one session doesn't work out, you're
Yeah.
like, ew, mom and dad, don't
Yeah.
ever fucking take me to this.
Yeah. I think part of why she likes therapy so much is because she's learning not only so much about herself, but she's kind of learning a lot about other people because she the biggest thing she learned is that she has no empathy, which is like a huge I never even considered that people don't have empathy. I just
Yeah, a lot of
thought people are dicks. But now you look around and you're like, yeah, you lack empathy, but you don't know that you lack empathy.
Yeah,
So
there's
she's
so
learning
much.
about
She had no
reacting
idea.
with other people. And
Yeah.
now she's consciously thinking of all her interactions. Like if someone was an asshole, she's like, well, maybe he had a bad day.
Yeah.
It's like,
You
yeah,
can-
that's
can
how you
tell
should be
You
thinking.
can tell the change in her, too.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's amazing.
I can't. It's so nice that we're just going along with her on this
I know.
little journey.
On her little journey.
It's so hilarious. Every time she gets a revelation, she's like, whoa.
I know.
I don't have empathy.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is all because of my brother and my dad.
Yeah. Bruh, fix me. And I think she just loved her conversations with Dan, like learning from him and
wouldn't?
stuff. Well, yeah, of course.
I listened to their podcast episode
Yes.
about the tests.
Yeah.
And Dan is so soothing.
He
and
is.
smart.
Yeah.
He's this like nice, rich,
And the way he
gravelly
listens
voice.
and the
Yeah.
way he like asked her, like, well, how does that actually make you feel though, Chelsea?
Yeah, and it's like it's a natural
And it's-
conversation.
yeah.
He'll laugh along.
It's not
with you.
awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
I
wish
want
I
Dan.
Could sit.
I want
Dan.
Dan.
Come to me.
Dan, you in Canada?
I can give you like maybe
$5.
I can bake you something.
Oh, we can make you stuff.
Yeah. The thing is, Dan, we are poor.
Yes.
But we need help. So
help a child in need.
help some Canadian gals.
Some Canadian gals in need.
One session with Dan, I feel like could really
Open some doors.
Yeah,
open
Dan,
some
please.
windows.
Dan, please find
air
us.
out the place
Please
in your
help me,
brain.
Dan.
Air out the brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish OHIP covered mental health stuff more.
Nope.
You know?
Let's just all struggle until we
I
die
know.
or can finally afford it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, just if not like, maybe not couples therapy or something, but like if
Sure.
if you're diagnosed with a
Yes.
mental disorder
Yes.
or something, then you should be
Cover
prescribed
that
therapy.
Banana.
Yeah.
Jam.
Banana jam.
Sure.
Whatever.
Fucking. I mean, I know it's a stressful job, but please, guys, 150 is crazy.
Well, because everyone recommends a session a week.
Yeah.
150
I can't
bucks a
fucking do
week?
that.
Are you fucking shit?
And
Like that's that's more than a whole shift for a lot of people.
There's more. Yeah, it's fucking
Right?
more than I get paid.
Exactly.
No,
So
thanks.
that's a
I can't
tough
live
ticket.
paycheck to paycheck just to afford therapy.
just for therapy.
Yeah.
I know. But it'd be so beneficial.
It would help so much. I really want to go. And there are people that do like pay scale, which is so you don't have to pay all at once, but
But
you're still paying.
at the end of
It's
the
still
day.
pricey, yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you go to like a student, they give discounts.
Oh, okay.
But I've never been, and I'm very shy and reserved, so I need someone who's had like 30 years experience.
I know. I don't know how I'd feel about a student because I feel like I just don't know. I don't trust that people know enough.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're smart.
I mean, I
sure
get
they'd
it.
be
You went to
great,
school for
but
8 years, so
yeah.
you're probably
It's just like I
definitely
need
qualified.
I'm already so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
someone who's gonna open these doors.
for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Dan.
But Dan, so the test that he does with her is called the Enneagram. And that he like coined that test, right? Like he invented
know
it with
if
another
he
psychiatrist or
Or I think he invented part
of
He
it.
has
Like
a
the
newer-
three.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the three. What did I write? So the Enneagram is a tool for self-discovery, and each of us is born with a tendency toward one of three default zones based on how we contend with separation from the womb.
Yeah, I think that's the one that he
Yeah, that's the part that he kind of created.
either created or like that's his focus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Therapy is weird.
it's
There's
weird.
so much.
But yeah, so there are the three things that we contend with when we are separated from our comfort of the womb. So there's fear, which is like in your head. There's anger, which is in your gut, and then sadness, which is in your heart. So it's like you come out as a child and you're either like, ah, fuck this, or you're like, oh, fuck this.
Like, oh God, no.
Or, oh, Jesus.
Guess which one I am.
No, I wonder.
I'm
So
fear.
you're fear.
I'm fear. I came into this world and
Terrified,
like,
yeah.
no, put me back in. In we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to come out. I was born 2 weeks late.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was just like, nah.
Holy shit.
Nah, keep me in here, dog.
Did I write the page numbers down? Because I want to read them. They're funny. Like, it's to picture you as fear. It's just...
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding.
You're 100% anger.
No, I'm sadness.
You're sadness?
Yeah. I always, like, revert to... I get angry first, and then I always revert to sadness. I know.
Damn.
I get angry mostly at people just because I'm disappointed.
Oh.
So that's why I get angry first. Let's see. So the people who live in sadness tend to be depressives, which is me, and can struggle with that their entire lives. They typically have huge amounts of empathy, also me. These people also tend to love animals. Yep. More than average person loves animals, and they're sensitive to others and are typically great listeners. But again, they can also have serious issues with depression. Thanks for hammering that in there.
Guys, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, those who default in fear, Lillian, tend to second guess everything they do. They tend to be indecisive, and many end up leading very safe lives.
Yep.
They are not interested in risk or adventure. They are interested in sameness and security. They are people who typically do not switch careers midlife or go skydiving or take great risks. They are also conflict averse.
Yep, that's me.
So, and she was anger. I don't see anger on this page. But basically, she reverts to anger anytime, and anytime she's confused, she just gets angry. And if she doesn't understand something, she gets angry.
Did you think you were anger first?
No,
Okay.
no.
I was thinking
I think I know some people who are anger, so that's why I know it's not me. Because yeah, well, because you see them and the way they react, and it's like, wow, like to me, it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
And that's why
I think both our brothers are anger.
Oh, 100%. That's why I'm like, that can't be me because it's him.
Yeah. They casually beat us.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as Joelle.
Whatever.
I'm going to whip a shoe at your
It's been a couple years. I don't live with him anymore.
I live with him. He still throws
That's your
things
problem.
at my head as soon as he sees me.
That's your problem. You live with them.
Yeah.
Right? Once you move out, they don't have the opportunity to throw shit at you.
He can move out. I don't know why. He makes more money than any of us. I bring this up so much.
Get out.
What are you doing? Men. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't want to leave my mommy. She cooks for me.
She cooks and cleans
for me. She does my laundry.
Maybe she should stop doing those things.
Yeah, but that's like her mom. They're fucking Italian.
Oh
it's just ingrained in them.
I know, but my mom would do that stuff too, and I got sick of it. I'm like, I can do my own fucking laundry. Get out of my room.
Not boys.
Yeah, boys
Not
don't. They don't care. Fuck, man. But yeah, so we found out that we are those. Mm-hmm. Those are our settings.
Step one, and there's
step
more.
one.
But wait. There's more.
So there's 9 personality types outside of that, which are like innate traits that we have, and we have like he said that we have all of them, the whole spectrum of the 9. Mm-hmm. But only in varying degrees, right? So you're one more than you are the other. So Chelsea didn't say what her least is, but her highest in her anger is number 8, which, let's pull up a number 8. Number 8 was not up there for me. Oh, she's the challenger.
Yeah.
So she likes conflict.
That's my least one, actually.
Oh, that was Brandon's least one too. So she likes conflict. They fully intend to be masters of their fate. They're strong-willed, decisive, practical, tough-minded, and energetic. Like this all sounds like her. Mm-hmm. It's like 100%. They tend to be domineering. Their unwillingness to be controlled by others frequently manifests in the need to control others instead. When healthy, this tendency is kept under check, but the tendency is always there, nevertheless, and can assume a central role in the 8's interpersonal relationships. So yeah, they're fucking powerhouses, and she has no empathy. They seem to think mostly of themselves and like what they want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that was her, and she totally agreed with that.
Yeah,
what was your highest?
My highest one is shockingly number 6, the loyalist.
Oh, yeah. I read that and I'm just like, I think that's Lillian.
Yep. So I'm a 6 with a 5 wing. The test I took.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
what they
with
had,
a little bit of the 5?
Yeah, that's my next test.
Okay.
So the loyalist is the committed, security-oriented type, engaging, responsible, anxious, and suspicious. They
Typical.
are reliable, hardworking. Oh, wait, did I already... I don't have... Okay. Excellent troubleshooters. They foresee problems and foster cooperation, but can also become defensive, evasive, and anxious, running on stress while complaining about it. They can be cautious and indecisive, but are reactive, defiant, and rebellious. See, I don't agree with that. Even Dan was saying a lot of them tend to think... Not that they're better than authority, but that they have the answers above them, so they rebel against them. Not me.
Yeah.
I'm any authority figure. I'm like,
You're just like,
God,
okay.
whatever.
Especially if they're hot.
I have never broken the law.
Officer, you're the one who like passes by an officer and gets sweaty.
Yeah, immediately.
Did nothing wrong. I'm sweating.
They typically have problems with self-doubt and suspicion. At their best, internally stable and self-reliant, courageously championing themselves and others. Basic fear of being without support and guidance. Basic desire to have security and support. Type with a 5 is the defender. So the 5, I won't read it, but that's the investigator.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to read it
Okay.
because I was a 5.
You're a 5.
I'm a 5 and a 4. So I'm the investigator and the romantic, like equal parts, which is funny because the romantic, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that
But like
right.
once I read it, I'm like, oh, okay. So people of personality type 5 essentially fear they don't have enough inner strength to face life, so they tend to withdraw, to retreat into the safety and security of the mind where they can mentally prepare for their emergence into the world. 5s feel comfortable and at home in the realm of thought. They're generally intelligent, well-read, and thoughtful, and they frequently become experts in the areas that capture their interests. While they are sometimes scientifically oriented, especially with the 6th wing, so that's you. Yep. Just as many 5s are drawn to the humanities, and it is not at all uncommon for 5s to have artistic inclinations, which all makes sense. You can be eccentric. We don't need to adjust our beliefs to fit what the societal norm is. Mm-hmm. But I was also equally a 4, which confused me at first. But the 4s tend to build their identities around their perception of themselves as being somehow different and unique. And they're self-consciously individualistic. See their differences as being both a gift and a curse because it sets them apart.
Yeah, they're like the drama queens.
They're the drama, yeah, which it makes sense. I think maybe that's like my my BPD because I get like that around Brandon. I'm like very reserved with my emotions around other people.
Yeah,
because I just don't like being emotional.
It's the worst.
To me, it like I get embarrassed by it, and so.
Well, look, we share a 5.
We share a 5. Brandon's also a 5.
It's like dominant 5?
No, 5 and 4. Same as me. Oh. Except his lowest, I think, was also 8, like you.
Yeah.
So
Look
Chelsea
at us,
Handlers.
so similar.
My lowest was 9. What's 9? Where is 9?
I didn't pay attention to what my lowest one, but I think it was the 8.
That makes sense. 9 is the peacemaker. Hey, I make peace. Feel the need for peace and harmony. Avoid conflict. Oh, see, that's why I don't avoid conflict.
Oh, I avoid it like the plague.
I definitely
No.
don't. So that's why I am the least like a 9.
That's nice. Mm-hmm. That's what a fun scale of horribleness.
Try the Enneagram test.
It's really enlightening. You're like, yep, that's me. Yep.
Yeah, I did. I got it from truity.com. That's TRUITY.com. It's free. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes.
I did the eclectic Enneagram, but there's so many.
There's tons. Tons.
They're all going to give you different things. They phrase things differently. Some have the wings, some don't. It's
fun to understand parts of your personality because you don't want to just know what you are and do nothing about it. The point is to become, self-actualized like Chelsea did and try and understand where because each personality trait has its goods and its bads, obviously. So figure out what your bads are and try and fix it.
Yeah, Dan was talking. See, first when I read that, I was like, oh, fuck. When I did the test, I quit. Like it starts off, you'll get the question, and then all the answers. You'll have choices for all the different things, and you start to narrow them down. And when I saw all of mine going to like, you hate people, you're quiet, you're anxious, you're always afraid. I was like, this is going in a bad place.
What did I say?
And then I read it. I was like, this is the most depressed one. This is afraid of everything.
Afraid of it, but
Like,
it makes
great.
sense for you. But
then,
and at least you also have the 5, which is like, you know,
But then
the thoughtful person.
Dan is also a 6.
Yeah.
And look at Dan.
Yeah.
He made me feel so much better about it listening to the podcast. Everyone who reads this book, listen to the podcast.
Yeah, so
for it,
Chelsea
too.
has Life Will Be the Death of Me podcast, and I think there are 2
With Dan.
episodes with Dan right now,
Yeah.
and then she's got a couple others that kind of relate to the book. I listened just to the ones with Dan so far.
Yeah, same.
But
and he goes through all the things,
Yeah.
what's good and bad about them, and like becoming like aware of you and self-actualize
Yeah.
and stuff. It's how you get the best of your trait.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm there yet. I'm still in like no. But hopefully I will get
Yeah.
to a good place. I liked
Yeah.
his analogy. Not an analogy. He was talking about he went on a trip and there was some waterfall.
Yeah,
some
and he's
dangerous
just like,
waterfall,
nope.
and everyone was like, "Jump on in,
Yeah.
Dan," and he didn't. And the people that did got hurt.
Yeah.
And then the girls were like, "You're a real man."
yeah,
Dan."
yeah, for not
I'm gonna
going.
jump in this
Like,
stupid
I'm not-
fucking water.
What? I'm gonna fall.
skydiving. They're not gonna go skydiving.
I think Brandon probably had a lot of 6 too, because he's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like he won't go on that roller coaster with us.
See, I'm
we haven't
going
even
on it.
we haven't even gone to Wonderland yet, and he already knows he's not going on that new roller coaster. It's a 90-degree drop. It's the fucking coolest thing ever.
Safe. That's like a safe fear. And even,
Exactly.
My view on roller coasters is even if they go south
Yeah.
and they crumble and you're gonna die fast and
Yep.
hard. So like whatever.
So whatever.
It's like plane
That's what I
crashes.
said. I was just like, who cares if you die? It'll be
Yeah.
fun. You'll be in the air like,
That's
blah!
how I got over my fear of flying. Like, well, if I'm gonna go down, it's only gonna be scary for like a minute, and then I'm just gonna be fucking dead.
Unless
so.
you land in water. Sorry.
No, that's my other fear. My top
Sorry.
fears are
Drowning.
the ocean,
Oh, okay.
getting kidnapped, murder.
Getting kidnapped.
Yes, over murder. I had a whole debate
Wow.
about this. It's worse for me than
It's
murder.
worse for you.
'Cause
Well, 'cause
murder
they-
is final. You
It's
it's
true.
scary, and
That's
then
true.
until you die.
And
you're dead.
kidnapping, they could keep you like the people
Years,
who've
yeah.
been kept for 7 years or
Yeah,
20
and
years.
then, and
Oh,
you're somewhere
fuck.
you don't know, and
Yeah.
there's these people. Is it like a sex slavery
Yeah.
thing? Is
And
it
there's that Brie Larson
murder? Is
movie
it torture? Yeah, the
where
room.
she-
That's so
oh my
scary.
God,
Okay,
yeah.
let's not get into
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, if I
Okay,
if I'm-
rational fear. Rational fear. That's good. That's good. That works. But
we're
yeah,
fine.
do the Enneagram test. See if you're just as chicken as Lillian.
Hey, I'm loyal. and
I'm a
dependable.
loyal chicken.
I'm loyal and dependable. I will always be there like, guys, you shouldn't
do
do
this.
this. And I could save your life.
That's true. We could get murdered and you'd be like, hey, don't go there.
Dan
See
is
that
a
dark
pro.
alley? Don't do
Don't
it.
do that. Dan is a pro psychiatrist, and
It's
he's
true.
a 6. So, I just haven't reached my turning point.
That's true.
I could be important.
Everyone can be important. You just gotta try.
No.
No. Anyway.
You're going to
So-
learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, the turning point for Chelsea was when she was handed the orange, and for some reason, that gesture of kindness just broke
So
her,
nice. Yeah.
and she just started crying. And she immediately wanted to talk about Chet and her childhood and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah,
How did Dan know? Or was he just like, yo, you want an orange?
yeah, I think that was it. And later he's just like, I did that.
Yes. The
That was
orange
me.
move.
Yeah, good old orange. But yeah, she goes through all her anger with Chet dying. And she didn't ever want to cry in front of anyone because she didn't want to be weak. So she would go on bike
Yeah.
rides whenever she felt sad. Like if people talked about Chet, and she'd go and cry on her bike instead of crying in the house, which is so sad. I always felt like
Yeah.
I cried a lot when I was little. I was super emotional, but I never wanted to cry in front of people. So I'd always
Yeah.
run away.
Because
I feel
when
that
you see,
too.
the adults, when she saw her dad
Yeah.
crumble and crying in the corner, when they're kids, they're the strong ones.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be strong for them, and they're just falling apart. So she
Yeah.
was like, "Oh fuck, you guys! What
Yeah,
are you
I'll be
doing?"
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and then
Chelsea.
they abandoned her and shit.
her mom
Not so well. Her mom was always kind of a
little
passe mom,
aloof,
right? Yeah.
I can't believe she was like that.
I know.
I've never met him like my mom.
Right?
All the women in my family are like, no.
I know.
This is what
I know.
you're doing. This
Yeah.
is why.
We're gonna be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe it either. Like, wow.
La-di-da-ma.
I know.
Oh, hi, kitty. There's a
Pickle.
cat.
Yep.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm happy, in the end, her and her dad rekindled
Yes.
their
Yeah.
their bond.
it happened like she finally felt parented at the weirdest moment. It was when they had like a McDonald's date and her parents like separated the protein from the carbs and gave her just the protein like from her Egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
And then they whipped out a bottle of vodka and they're like, here, just in case you've had a bad day. Like it's breakfast.
That's
but like she
amazing.
said, I finally felt parented.
Yeah.
Like what?
It's because she went
It's
away.
because yeah, exactly. And they knew her and they like, because they didn't see her often, I guess.
That's
they're
the
just like,
key.
we need to
Like even now,
show our
I'm
love,
26,
right?
and people, as much as parents love you, they should not live together for that long. Everyone
God,
needs
no.
their space.
Yeah.
Especially when they go through something as horrible as what
A death,
went
yeah.
through, what happened to them.
For sure. That breaks parents. That breaks families, for sure. But then she gets into her love of rescuing old dogs, which is a beautiful part of the book because
Chunk.
I fucking love old dogs. I love old cats. They're so
Yeah.
special. They have so much personality, and so many of them have had hard lives. Like if they're in a kennel or something.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many cats get relinquished just because they pee around the house, and they're like, "Well, we might as well put him down." And
No.
instead, someone else adopts them. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
He peed in that. Chloe's been shitting on my fucking stairs for weeks. You think I'm going to put her down?
Chloe.
I just yell at her. Like, hey,
Together.
bitch, stop shitting on my stairs. I'm not going to
Shit
kill
where-
her for it,
shit
though.
Wherever I want to shit. I'm the queen of this house.
She fucking is. Hey, I'm the queen. Where are you?
Oh, there she is.
Don't shit on my stairs.
Yeah, she's touching them. She's going to poop.
Yeah. Right in front of us. Hey, guys.
I love Chunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad. that
I
he
know.
died.
I love her airplane-esque. Because Chunk's always like super calm.
Yeah.
And he was always on the show too, like just chilling on the
Yeah.
stage, really calm. But then she gave him like, what, a Xanax on the airplane?
A human Xanax.
A human
accident-
Xanax.
Oh,
yeah.
not accident.
No, because she took
his.
all of his. She took all of his. And then when she went on the plane, he seemed a little anxious. So she
Like,
gave
this
him a
is fine.
Xanax. And then he went fucking ballistic.
It's like foaming at the mouth.
Oh my
peeing
God. And she
everywhere.
had to like, she put a blanket
Yeah.
over them in the seats.
He's chugging water like a psychopath.
Oh my God. She tried
Chunky.
so hard.
In some other book, she talked about how she thinks her mom like went and was Chunk.
Oh, that's funny.
Because they had like the same body shape and they loved to cuddle and she
Aw.
could squeeze them and she always squeezed her mom.
That's cute.
That's really cute. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
It's so interesting the difference between all her dogs.
Yeah. So different. I like Tammy too, though.
Tammy, we only had Tammy for a brief time,
Yeah.
but she was a good girl.
She was a good girl. She peed on the stage. a lot.
Another old
Yeah.
hurt doggo.
Well, because she said you can dim bad memories with good ones. So she like
Yeah.
wanted to fill their lives, like the rest of their lives, with good memories. And like, what a good home to go to, right?
That
Where you
bitchin'
have,
house, yeah.
well, you've got that bitchin' house. You've got this mom who loves you. She may not be around all the time, but then you've got
you
Big
got a
Mama, and
million
you've
other
got,
people.
and they all love you, like, because they all seem like they're great with animals too,
Yep.
especially because with Bert and Bernice, they loved Big Mama more than they loved Chelsea.
Yeah. But she fought hard for that.
She did.
affection.
Oh, totally. I would too. Like, there's no fucking way. She was sneaking them treats.
Fucking Bert. I can't believe when she goes to bed, she has to leash them and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
drag
You're
them up.
sleeping with me. God
fuck in
damn
here.
it. Love it. I know, because I always get upset when Chloe doesn't come to bed with us. I'm like, come over. Let me love you.
Oh, those dogs have seen. They were like wild dogs,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
she didn't know that
yeah.
at first. So I mean, they seem better at least on Instagram.
Yeah. They seem to love her. She keeps posting updates like they're warming up to me. They're now sleeping with me.
Yay.
I think she woke up one morning and they were waiting outside her
Yeah,
door.
I saw that.
So that's cute.
Dogs take time, some of them, but when they love you, they'll love you forever.
Exactly.
You're
It's
their
worth.
whole world.
Fucking
I
worth.
can't wait to have a doggo.
Yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Man, this whole book.
It was great. It's a good read. There were some hilarious moments too, like the Chunk airplane incident. The fact that her mom and her brother, so her mom was Mormon
Yeah.
and her brother was also baptized Mormon.
Yeah.
But when Chet died, she didn't tell anyone that she had secretly baptized him Mormon, and they still wanted to they still wanted to bury him in a Jewish cemetery.
Yeah.
And then when the mom died, they wanted her buried next to Chet, so they pretended she was a Jewish.
Yeah.
And when her family came to the funeral, they were just like, shh.
Mormon, shut the fuck up.
Don't say anything.
Say anything. She's a Jew.
She needs,
it's fine.
Because that was the only way she could be buried.
They're all just
with
dying at the grave, laughing that there's two non-Jews
in the Jewish cemetery. Secrets out, Chelsea.
What are they? Do they like
kick them out?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, just
there.
leave them there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Jesus Christ,
it's so funny.
That was hilarious. What a good little
family
pick me up.
moment.
Yeah, it's a nice family moment for a funeral. I like they all seem a little fucked up, which is funny.
Yeah.
They
They're
seem like
beautiful,
a good
disturbed
matching
family. Yeah.
Perfect match. And the dad, he had an illegitimate child, right?
Yeah, that he was so casual about. I was like, oh yeah, Anthony.
Yeah. He reached out to one of the daughters, not Chelsea, but then
I think so, Shoshana.
Yeah, and she started yelling at their dad, and he was just like, "What? What about it?
What about him? Yeah, he's fine. Is he all right?
He's
all
there.
right.
Yeah." She's like, "You never told us."
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, and Chelsea respected her for it because she was really quiet.
Yeah. She was finally lashing out.
There's her
so
whole.
funny.
She makes so much sense now that we know that.
Yeah.
Even her ayahuasca experience, her big thing was that she needs to be nicer to her sister because, like, so what that she doesn't want the same life you have. That's
exactly,
fine.
but she didn't have empathy,
it,
so she couldn't understand why she was so different. And now she finally has a really good relationship with her sister. It's so beautiful,
man.
Therapy,
opening all the doors,
opening the doors.
Boom,
the key with this whole therapy thing too is like if you can't afford therapy and you don't whatever. Sit with yourself, fucking meditate, figure your shit out, figure out like when situations are maybe going awry, whatever, sit down and figure out why. And always think about what you can do to better that situation next time. Because if we all do that, our social interactions will just be better.
Yeah.
That's just it.
That's what I need.
That'd be dope.
I'm trying to meditate. It's, I wouldn't say I'm meditating yet.
It's a little challenging.
Quieting my mind. I just sit there like, okay, now what?
Yeah, now what?
Too quiet. That sounded good, I think. That note.
Quiet. Beautiful.
Nice, wow.
But yeah, good moral of the story.
Compass.
Oh, I liked the ending. She's a pharmacological intuitive.
I would love to have a drug assessment from Chelsea.
I know. What do I need?
Because I know I can't take any hard drugs because even weed is a stress. CBD is beautiful in all forms. I love CBD. It's so helpful for my knees, anxiety. THC, I have a love-hate relationship with. I either have
you get kind
horrible
of
panic attack. Sometimes I'm okay, but then it only lasts for like an hour when I'm okay. And then I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
So maybe she can sense like what my dose is, what strain I like. Chelsea.
Well, she's coming out. I'm eating. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try.
She's coming out with her own weed line.
Is she for sure?
It was in the book. And I've seen posts of her like testing weeds and stuff. She's been like getting other people to test it too and like write down how they feel. So she's like in it. She's making her own weed line.
I think she wants to know everything she can about it first, though.
So she's testing them. She's getting the exact like how you feel, whatever. And then I think when she comes out with them, she's going to put all of that info. Like this is how you will feel on it, which is good. Some websites do that too.
Yeah, I knew that.
Because weed's legal in Canada. So you can go on. You can even go into some of the dispensaries and ask them, here's how I want to feel. What do you recommend? So that's
Chelsea,
good.
if you need a guinea pig, help me out, girl. What do I need?
Do you really want to try them though? That'd be. What if you have
weed?
a bad time? Yeah.
Well, I feel like Chelsea would know like what dose I need, the correct kind of weed for me.
That's true.
And even if I have a bad time, she's very good around people. Like when they were doing ayahuasca and her friends were
She was
tripping
calming
balls
them
and crying.
very well.
She was hugging them and making them laugh. Like, I need that bitch.
Because she's a fixer. When she's like, the situation needs to be fixed.
I would feel... I've never met her.
I know.
She's a celebrity. I would feel so safe to do drugs with her.
Same. So when you come into Canada on your book tour, I didn't see any Canada dates.
I know.
Girl, what's up?
They always come to Canada last. Mm-hmm. And Australia, but that's because it's fucking Australia.
America's huge, right? I mean, Canada's bigger.
Well, I mean, her whole mental breakdown happened over Donald Trump. Mm-hmm.
So this makes sense.
Of course, go through
Stay in America. Do it. It's cool.
But then come to Canada. I want to see it. Or make a Netflix special with the book. Like, you're going to be kidding me.
Yeah. So I think she's doing a sit-down tour and a stand-up tour. So, like, the sit-down is mostly, like, book chat. Mm-hmm. And then I guess the stand-up is her comedy. But I'd like to see both.
Oh, they're so great.
I could dig both.
Mm-hmm. Definitely read the other books.
I will.
And one of them, my favorite moment, I think it was I was in Uganda, be kidding me. After Africa, she was constipated.
Oh, no.
And when she went to...
makes you constipated. Okay.
She went to, like, some beachy place for a few days to cool off. And it hit her all at once. And she had a torn ACL. So she was injured.
Oh, shit.
And she was on the beach, and she was like, I need to shit, like, right fucking now.
Did she shit herself?
She shit herself, and then she was wiping off in the ocean, and she was trying to, like, lug herself back to her room while shitting. And then it hit her again, and the only place she could go for privacy was in this random kayak. She just shits herself in a kayak and then dumps it in the ocean. It's so funny.
At least she tried to clean it. Good for her. How does that happen, though? How does all the shit just, like...
She was like, all of Africa came out of me at once.
Fuck that. No.
She's the only, like, celebrity author that has made me cry laughing reading.
Yeah.
There are good ones, like Amy Poehler, Mindy Kaling, but, like, her books, fucking hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was, considering how heavy this one was and the fact that it was all just, like, a psychiatry session, it was still funny and it was super entertaining. I learned a lot about myself.
Yeah.
And that's what she wanted. She wanted everyone to kind of learn about themselves and to learn about, Yeah,
I love this new, not evolved Chelsea, but like,
well, she's,
what do the kids say? Woke?
Woke. Love this woke Chelsea. She's evolving herself.
Like,
Good for her.
She's doing these, she's always said, like, I hate fucking celebrities. I hate interviewing them. I don't give a shit about what they're doing, what movies they're making.
Because it's all self-absorbed, right?
She's spent so many years doing it. She's sick of it now. Now she's finally, she's making all these cool documentaries. The white privilege one is going to be fucking amazing.
I'm excited for that. Because this woman with white privilege and elitist status is going around talking about white privilege.
Listen,
it's the perfect person to go around talking about it because she has a lot to learn. Yeah,
she got racist people in the South trying to defend slavery. Like, it wasn't that bad.
Are you
she just
fucking
stared
kidding
at them
me?
Like,
yes, working 20-hour days is fine.
Yeah, my relatives, they didn't say. I never heard a bad story from them. Yeah, because your relatives
they were white.
Own them.
Yes.
They're not just going to freely like, I beat the shit out of old Jedediah.
Even if you didn't beat them, you're working them like 18 to 20 hours.
And they're like, yeah, but they all came back after, like, even when they're freed. Some of them were like, where am I going to go?
Yeah, they had no money.
Nowhere to go.
They had no money, so they had no, like, and especially a lot of them still had kids while they were there, right?
And so this white privilege, I can't wait for her to talk to white people.
Deep dive. Especially because I've heard a lot of white people, of course, say that white privilege and male privilege isn't a real thing. And each time I have to just, like, take a deep breath.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, wow. And then I try and drop some education.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. Coming out this year.
Is it this year? That'd be nice.
She's working on it.
She's working on it.
Don't quote me on these
Okay,
things,
whatever. Google
it's coming out soon.
Google it.
It's going to be great.
Use the googly.
I would like to see new deep Chelsea Handler.
Samesies, because she's still funny.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully, the elections are coming up.
Are they next year?
Yeah. So hopefully they're
campaigning already, which drives me insane because how much money are you assholes blowing? Campaigning over a year in advance?
I think it's just
so unnecessary.
So many people are like, this Donald Trump.
It's because it's like a celebrity race, and they know that the more you push your image and your fucking propaganda machine in people's faces, the more staying power you have. people tend to, if they hear a name often enough, they're like, well, I know who that is, so I trust them. Even though you might not know anything about them, you just know their name. That's all it takes. And that's been scientifically proven. And so fucking stupid. Oh, I know who that is, so I guess I'll vote for them.
America.
And that's just humans.
Yeah.
We suck. We're working on it, though.
Are we?
Are we?
Are we?
All right.
Some of us are.
Yeah.
Not enough of the
Therapy.
red people are. Oh, him and Donald Trump in therapy.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Fuck, that therapist would just sit there like, all right,
That would take
boys.
years.
I feel like they'd get 3 of them in there like, Donald.
You got to listen to us.
What's going on? What happened?
What's going on in there? That orange noggin of yours. Good book. Read it.
Yes, read it.
We spoiled everything, but read it. Still good.
Listen, this podcast is full of spoilers.
Yeah, that's all we do.
We
Join in on the book club.
In advance. It's fine.
Also, if you've been drinking your Aperol Spritz, please tell us if you like it.
really
Because
like
I'm
it.
still on the fence.
I really like it. I feel like it should be more bitter, though. Is there too much of something sweet in it?
Well, the recipe, all of the internets said to put an equal amount of Aperol and Spritz and then 1 ounce of fizzy water. So.
Okay. I don't mind it. I like sweet things.
Sweet thing.
I could see me sipping this on a beach somewhere.
Oh, beaches.
Dying in the 40 degrees heat.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
So what's your pick?
Oh, yeah.
We've got another celebrity memoir.
Sorry, I was just thinking about outside. So my pick is Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered, the definitive how-to guide by Karen Killigraph and Georgia Hardstark. They are the co-hosts of My Favorite Murder, a
The podcast?
dope podcast about true crime and these 2 girls who are so anxious about everything.
It's beautiful. It's a good podcast.
So they finally came out with a book this year. Hot synopsis. Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered is a conversation between friends about what they've learned from their biggest mistakes, their most triumphant successes, their favorite therapists, and their mutual obsession with true crime. From growing up as latchkey kids to their formative years working at the Gap and Hot Topic to their struggles with substance abuse and mental health, Karen and Georgia share a series of captivating stories about some of the most significant moments in their lives. Together, they inspect their own hard-earned wisdom with brutal and hilarious candor. In a culture that celebrates killers, personality corrupting, toxic masculinity bullshit, and holds victims responsible for the violence committed against them, Karen and Georgia preach self-advocacy, self-love, and freedom from responsibility for other people's choices. I swear I can read, guys. It's just when I read it out loud.
I'm just so nervous.
Oh, God.
She's a 6.
Guided by their own experiences and revelations with a little help from the Riot Girl movement and Rule and billions of hours of therapy, Karen and Georgia are here to encourage you to put your own needs first and become unfuckwithable. Yeah. Part dual memoir.
That's a word.
Yeah. Part life manual. Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered is an account of 2 lives that collided over the dark stuff. Like us.
Yeah.
Inspired by the empowering and offbeat battle cries made famous on their hit podcast, Karen and Georgia recount the formative moments of their lives. Oh my God. Sorry, that taught them everything they know and everything they don't about life, friendship, and various pancake situations.
I like pancakes.
Yeah.
I like it. More therapy. You can tell
I love it.
what
Everyone
women were
talk
drawn
about
to.
Oh, I've loved Chelsea
All the strong
Handler
women.
for years.
Yeah.
She's a great
same.
role model. She's a
As soon as I saw her, I was just like, oh my God, I love this woman.
Because like she's
so bold and she gives no fucks.
She's bold and she's smart and she fights for this career. She's made a great life for herself, but she's also a hot fucking mess.
Yeah,
who can't work her house yet still buy such a technologically advanced house.
Oh my God.
But you know what? I'm sure she knows where her toaster is now.
Yeah, now that she found it once, that's it.
I'm sure
guys,
she's toasted
it's there all the time.
Yep. Really easy.
Yep.
You don't have a toaster. You have a toaster
I
oven.
have a toaster oven. I thought it was redundant to have both.
My toaster's a piece of shit. I really need it.
I don't really like toasters. I just like toaster ovens. You just slide it on it and every piece of toast fits.
Toaster ovens, you
'Cause
can
some
do
toasters-
a lot in them.
Exactly.
Toasters is just
It's just one thing.
toast.
And some pieces of toast don't even fit in the
No.
fucking toaster.
You've sold me on toaster ovens.
There you go.
I'm gonna get a toaster
That's it.
oven. I mean, I personally can't get a toaster oven because I
Do you
live
not
at
have
home.
a toaster oven?
I live at home, and my parents are gonna be like, "We don't even have space for this."
Wait, you only have a toaster and you
We
don't
just
have a toaster oven?
We don't have a toaster oven. We used to have a toaster oven.
As soon as toaster ovens came out, I had a toaster oven. I don't know life without a toaster
Because they
oven.
renovated their kitchen and they got rid of our fucking toaster oven.
Oh my god.
And now we just
Get rid
have
of the
and then-
toaster,
and then our
not the
toaster
oven.
broke, and they got some other hand-me-down toaster that's even
no.
worse than our fucking toaster. And I always
You're
think
just
it's
never
gonna
getting
burst
toast.
into flames. I need to move out.
I can get your own toaster
I'll
oven.
get there in like
Yeah.
7 years. I applied to a new job. Hopefully,
Yay!
See, I
Growth.
need therapy.
Growth.
A big thing in therapy is to get good at job interviews.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
hard
I have
and
bombed every
I get it.
one of them.
Yeah.
But anyways, hopefully, these ladies have helped me.
Yes.
I've learned more about myself.
Yeah.
Chelsea's learned about herself.
And let's learn more with Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered.
Yeah, and learn how to not get murdered.
Ah,
too.
yes.
Or get
The
murdered.
key.
If
Or
you
get
wanna
murdered.
Get murdered.
I mean,
You do
I'm
you.
okay.
I personally don't want to.
I'd rather die by other means. Not like John, where he wants to be lit on fire.
That was a weird set. Seriously, around a fire. Like,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to die in a fire.
That is the worst death. Like, it takes so long.
I wonder what all our friends, every time
I wonder what
meet
they're
and
thinking.
I talk to another friend,
Yeah.
I'm going to think, like, you're a 6. You're a 7.
I wonder how you're going to die.
Yeah.
Or how you want to die. Curious, and you can learn a lot about someone by how
Well,
they
I feel
want to
we're
die.
all in the 4 to 7 range. I think.
Yeah. I think the 4 and 5 are in your heart, and then I think your 6
else,
is in the
yeah.
head.
Even my tarot deck tells me it's all in the head, girl. Chill.
Yeah, you need to chill.
It's hard to get out of that noggin.
But they're noggin. All right, we're gonna finish our drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good chat.
Yeah.
Go get yourself some therapy, girls
Yeah.
and boys.
Yep.
Girls and boys.
Be brave. Be
Be brave.
bold. Be beautiful.
And tell us what your numbers are, because we want to know you.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know you. just let us know. Until next time, that has been Lillian.
That has been Chelsea.
And this was the Book Coven.
hey, you're both named Chelsea.
Oh, you just noticed. Thanks. Wow. It fucked me right up when Dan was talking to her and Brandon.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
my fiance's
Chelsea and
name is Brandon. So he stopped.
Bruh.
Yeah. He was like, so Chelsea and Brandon. And I felt deeply spoken to.
Yes,
I was just
Dan.
like, yes, Dan?
That blows my mind even more that there's a Brandon.
Her assistant's name is Brandon, just like my assistant. What?
Mother of God.
He listens to this.
He's assistant. Hey, he edits this. He is our
you are our
assistant.
assistant. Don't get me in trouble.
You love her. You already paid for the wedding. It's happening,
It's happening.
Brandon. There's no backsies now.
What were we doing? Oh, goodbye.
Yeah. What were we doing?
Ciao.
Arrivederci. As in Wiedersehen. What's the German one?
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
It takes a little air.